and we are going to talk NFL rapid fire, 5 games, 5 minutes-ish. Don't forget about our promo. Last time I'm going to tell you about it. Text your full name to this number, 775-403-5400. You get a 3-day extra pass for $29. All you got to do is text the number. All right, Nick, let's start. First game. Turn my head around, get ready for this. Okay, first game. You ready?
Let's do this.
Vikings Packers. Next game. No, I'm just kidding. Take it away.
Yeah, looking at this spot for me, I am on the Packers -3 in this game. There's a few things that definitely came to note in this one. Green Bay is really strong at home, especially later in the season. Lambeau Field is truly one of the better home field advantages in the NFL. Also, I saw a stat earlier today that really opened up my eyes. This is the 10th time in the last 20 years that we have a team that is under 500 favored versus a team that has a win percentage of 800 or higher. Those teams, when a team that's under 500's favored over a team with that type of record,
right?
Previous 9 games, the favorites 9-0 and 8-0-1 against the spread. So they're favorited for a reason in these games, and this is one of those spots where the question is, how much do the Vikings truly care? They've locked up the division, and they're not really going to move up and down for seeding as well. So this is a spot here where the Packers are pushing to make the playoffs potentially as well. Maybe look towards playoff futures with this team because they may squeak into that 7th seed. But yeah, I do like the Packers in this spot. They're playing great football right now, and look for Aaron Rodgers to try to squeak his way through the playoffs here. So give me the Packers here -3.
I will. Yeah, I 100% am okay with this. I just think the Vikings are going to try and I think their focus from here on out is not losing in the first round of the playoffs. That's their focus, which should be their focus. Meanwhile, Green Bay is going to backdoor their way in, and Aaron Rodgers and the San Francisco 49ers will be playing in the NFC Championship game, and I'll hate life. So moving on to the next game. Steelers at the Ravens, -2, over-unders 35. Where are you going with this one?
Yeah, this is one where I think this line's about right. The 2.5 is about right. I think I had the Ravens as a 3-point favorite in this game. I'm looking more at the total than the side in this game, and it's a primetime game. It's a divisional game, especially NFC North here. Those games generally go under the total. I get it. It's a really low total in this game, but I'm looking more toward the under in this game more than a side in this spot. This is just two defenses that I think can really stifle the offenses of the opposite side. And I don't really trust whatever quarterback Baltimore has right now to put up any points.
Whoever they're throwing at it.
I mean, whoever they have out there is not getting the job done. And Pittsburgh could be a sneaky dog down the stretch here. So I was a little bit higher on Pittsburgh heading into the year. They definitely injuries has really killed that team. But yeah, I think that both these defenses are still really strong. It's going to be one of those grindy NFC or AFC North type of games where this game finishes 17-13.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh and I like the under. That's gonna make it on a card for me for sure. Let's talk about Magic Mike White going to Seattle, take on Gangster Gino, according to Chip Chirimbus. Jets are -1.5 at Seattle. Over unders 42.5. Does Magic Mike White have enough to get it done in Seattle?
Well, I'm definitely glad for people who are looking to back the Jets this week that you're going to see Mike White rather than Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson, I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback at this point. Not even a backup. I don't know if he should be on a roster. Send him up to the CFL if anything, maybe, or USFL. But yeah, he's for him. If I'm going to look to back the Jets now. If it was going to be Zach Wilson, this was going to be an easy under spot for me. Maybe we'll look towards the Seahawks. With Mike White, I'm more interested in the Jets here. You're laying a small price, but this is a do or die game for the Jets. It's also a do or die game for the Seahawks. I'm not very high on the Seahawks. The Seahawks have fallen apart the last month and a half, and this team is beginning to play like what we expected them to be in the beginning of the season. So I'm looking towards the Jets here. And the NFL is going to want the Jets to win here and set up a potential flex spot where you flex the Dolphins and the Jets for that last playoff spot. That's kind of what you're going to be looking. They're going to hoping for next week.
We could have a multiple flex spot because if Green Bay and Detroit,
Lions and Packers,
for that 7th spot. So in Green Bay, God, Lord help us.
Yeah,
I know. So Nick's taking the Jets money line. I gotta hope
I'm very iffy on this game. This is not my strongest play.
It's not the favorite, but it needs to be done. One of these teams got to snap their losing streak. One's lost 3 in a row. One's lost 4 in a row. Somebody's got to win, or
a tie.
Oh, that went screw everything up. God help us. Colts at the Giants. Everybody gave me crap when I put this on the rapid fire, and I'm telling you right now, this game matters. Colts at the Giants. Giants minus 5.5. Over unders 39. Speaking of another team in disarray, the Indianapolis Colts. This ain't Saturday, Jeff. Saturday. This is Sunday. This shit matters. Talk to me about this game.
Yeah, this game definitely has a lot on the line for the home team in this spot. I don't trust the Giants to win by a touchdown, though. This is not a team that I don't think we can trust to win by margin. This is still a rebuilding team. And what a rebuild year it would be if they can win this football game and clinch a spot in the playoffs. That's a great rebuilding year, if I had to say so myself. But I'm speaking as a fan there. I lean Colts in points if I had to take a side in this game, though. At 5.5, I don't lay 5.5 points. Like, that's one of those lines where I am absolutely – no. But looking at what we have in this game, if it's Nick Foles or if it's Matt Ryan or if it's – this Colts offense does nothing. And we've seen the last few weeks this Giants defense is legit. They got some good young talent on there. Kayvon Thibodeau has really gone into the zone there and on that defense. He's showing why he was a top 10 pick. I think the Giants are able to slow down what is a non-existent Colts offense, a team that I was way wrong on the beginning of the year. But everyone may be wrong when the Jaguars potentially win that division. So it is what it is. But yeah, it would be Colts or nothing for the side because I had this game more around a 2.5, 3. So if I had to play a side, it's the Colts in this game taking the points. More interested in the under in this game, though. I think it's a lower scoring line.
I definitely love the under. Don't want nothing to do with either side. Don't trust either offense at all. Giants defense, I think, shuts down the Colts for sure. Kate, you mentioned Kayvon Thibodeau. He is really coming into his own. I think the game is starting to slow down. And sometimes that game for those rookies, it's at a faster pace. Everybody talks about it. Every player says the game is just so much faster at the NFL level. I think the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think he's really coming into his own as far as that goes. Now, for the marquee matchup of the week, obviously, Bears, Lions in Detroit. Lions -6. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. The Bears, possible tank situation for the first overall pick. Over unders 52. The Lions defense, they couldn't stop me running the ball last week. Are they able to stop anybody now? I don't know what's going on. I got nothing for this game.
And that last week, that was Tim and I's best bet was on the Carolina Panthers. That was our favorite play of the week. Was that in that matchup, and that line told you everything you needed to know as everybody was on the Lions, but as you got closer to that game, it went from 2.5 to 2 to 1.5. Right. So, but looking at this spot here, let this sink in. The Lions are almost a touchdown favorite, and it's not enough. My number said there should have been 7.5 point favorites in this game, and that's what I'm going to be looking at with this one. Yeah, I trust the offense for the Lions to be able to put up points against this porous Bears defense. I would love to take an under in this game if any of these two teams knew what defense was, because it is a divisional matchup. So that kind of checks into one of my systems that I like to bet unders with. But I can't touch this one for an under, even at 52, which that's another system I like to look at with unders is totals over 50. Because generally speaking, scoring is lower this year. Unders have been really good. Underdogs, ATS have been really good this year. But I'm looking at the favorite in this matchup here. I like the Lions -6. To set up a potential matchup where win and you get the 7 seed with the Packers next week. So
yeah, it's a win and in thing. It's 100%. Lions average 26.1 points a game. They give up 26.7. Bears give up 26.2. They only average 20. Last time they played in Chicago, it was 31-30. I think the Lions score 30. And I think the Bears can get you to 20-something. I like this over. I do like the Lions in I think after last week, and only because it's at home, and I'm telling you what, I feel every one of you Lions fans in my soul. If you had one game to go to, this is it, because you have to win to put yourself in everything we've always wanted. We always play Green Bay at the end of the year, and I know I'm on a 30-second rant, 30 seconds or less. We always play Green Bay at the end of the year in Green Bay, and every year it's always us trying to upset Green Bay. Well, now we're in a spot that Green Bay could possibly upset our playoff chances.
Well, both your chances could be on the line next week.
Exactly. Let's go. Sunday night football.
And also for what it's worth, on my power rankings, I have the Bears as the lowest team in the league.
Tim, you can go away now.
No, against the worst team in football, they absolutely should be 6-point favorites. They should be higher.
Yeah, I mean, it is. They should be more than 6 points, in my opinion. But that's our power hour. Otherwise, I'm going to rant forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power hours Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern.